Well, here we are in sunny Cass Lake, and we have someone who had a really bad fall who'd like to introduce herself and tell us something about that. So, hi Jenny.
Hi, my name is Jenny, and I fell August 18, 2016 at noon hour. I was going to my mom's old house, which my brother bought, and they were doing some rehab or whatever in there, and I had to go check on it. And I went in the house, and I was kind of running fast, or not real running, but going down the stairs, and I wasn't paying attention, and I missed the last stairs, and I fell, landed on my back, tried to get up, and couldn't move, and I forgot my phone in my van, which my granddaughter was in too, but she was playing on her phone. So I laid there for like half hour, and I kept pounding on stuff, yelling, and the workers were out for lunch. So, and just happened that my sister-in-law come walking. I seen her go by the window, and she knocked on the door, and I said, "Come in." And she come in, and I said, "I fell down the stairs, I'm down here." And she come running down there. I thought she was gonna fall on me. And she run in her son's room and gets a pillow and thought I hit my head or something. I said, "No," I said, "my leg." And, "Well, where's your phone?" I said, "In my van." So she went out there, and they called the cops. They didn't call the ambulance, they called the cops.
Did they call 911?
No. And anyway, they come over, and the cops come over there, and then they call the ambulance, and ambulance come, and they were trying to put me, they sent these two little tiny ladies, that was not going to lift me, and they try to put me on a chair, and I said, no, put me down, then, because then it started hurting, and so they put me on a flat, or what are they?
Stretcher?
Not a stretcher, but that board thing.
A gurney?
Yeah. And my son finally, he come over too, and there was cops and that, and they tied me on there, and they said, "Mom, we got to stand you up." And I said, no, and they stood me up and because they had to turn me around to get me up the stairs.
Were you in the basement at
Yes.
the time? Okay. How many stairs did you fall down?
Probably like maybe 2 or 3.
Oh, it was towards the bottom.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just, I thought it was at the bottom. And
Were the
anyway.
lights on? Can I ask you, were the
Yes,
lights?
yes.
Okay. So it was
Everything.
just kind of a misjudgment,
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
hurrying, Yeah.
And anyway, so they took me to Bemidji, and they started doing they did the CT scan. They didn't do a MRI thing, and then they started doing X-rays, and the doctor or the nurse come in, gave me some pain medicine, and I was out. Couldn't feel anything, but I shattered my tibia, broke my fibula,
Yep.
and anyway, I had to go into surgery, and they took me into surgery, put 2 plates in, and the next morning, then they had to take me back in surgery and put another plate in, and plus put a plate in my ankle.
So is it mainly to the lower leg, or is it the knee as well?
Right
or?
here. Well,
Yeah.
the knee, nothing was wrong with my knee. It was just under here,
Okay.
or on my tibia.
Right.
And so I had stayed in hospital for, I can't even remember how many days. And when I got out, I had to run to bed because I couldn't sleep in my bed, or else I was sleeping in a recliner or whatever.
So do you mind if I ask you, obviously there was a lot of physical damage to your leg. What about mentally? Was it distressing to you, or
Yes,
emotionally?
emotionally, and then I didn't return to work till March 3rd, so I was out all the months, and I was in a wheelchair. And the only time I really went any place was to the doctor, and then they put me in therapy, and the doctor would not release me to come back to work, and I told him he had to because, I'd get fired if, I'm not back by this date. So I come to work in a wheelchair. And then I kept going to pool therapy, and it was just been a long road, and I had to have another surgery in 2018, and they replaced my knee, put rods in the upper part, and then into my tibia.
So do you think the accident led to you having a knee replacement?
Yes,
Definitely a
yes.
correlation there.
Because
Yeah.
the surgeon, my ACL was out, and I can't remember what's the other one, L something on the side.
LCL or
Yeah,
MR?
yeah.
Yeah. L. Yeah.
Them were out, and they didn't fix them. So
It's probably because of maybe the compensating for the first injury
Yeah.
caused the second injury. So this had a pretty big effect on your life, short term and it seems like long term.
Yeah.
I see you're still using a
New
walker.
walker, yep.
Is that going to continue or?
probably, it's like I have arthritis now in my ankle because I laid, couldn't do nothing for I don't know how many months, 5 months.
Right. Well, I was going to ask you if you kind of made arrangements or adjustments in your lifestyle now to make sure tripping down the stairs doesn't happen. I'm assuming you're pretty wary of stairs now.
Yes, I hardly go down the stairs. I mean, I can if I'm hanging on to the railing and everything, but I usually use like a ramp to my house, and I never go down the stairs unless there's a storm or something.
Right.
And then I always hang on to the railing. What else did I have? Don't run on stairs.
Right. These are some good tips.
Yeah, and just watch where you're walking. It's just simple. I don't know, just misjudge stuff.
Especially when you're in a hurry. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, it sounds like you're a lot more conscious now of the wares and aware of the risks of falling. Do you got any other general tips out there just for the public as far as how this could affect your life if you did have a serious fall like this? I mean, what about financially? I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah. I was out of work for that. I mean, but we had like short-term and long-term care, which
Right.
I was thankful for. And, but just doing, like, we spent so much money on just medical stuff, and I had to get the bed. I had to get a porta potty right there, and and I had my family to help me, and thankful for them because, I mean, we took care of my mom just like in February,
Right.
she had cancer, and we knew all, already had like a lot of the stuff, and it was just hard,
there's one more thing you didn't need to happen, right?
Yes.
On
I
top
said I
of
could have been laying next to my mom, together.
Right. Yeah. 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 But at least it sounds like you had some family helping you,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, just not one person can take care of someone. That's,
Right.
you need
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, we're very sad that you had this bad fall, and we hope you make a better recovery. But Jenny, it's so nice and kind of you to be interviewed for this, because we're going to share this, and hopefully someone will see it
Yeah,
and be much more careful when they're moving around their house.
yeah,
The house can be a dangerous place, right?
yep. And just like in the winter, too, like I'm so wary of the, the ice and everything.
Yeah.
Or even when I like drive, when I first start driving, I was like always afraid I was gonna get in an accident and hurt my leg again.
Right.
So
Good.
I'm really conscious.
Well, wonderful. Thank you so much, Jenny, for
You're
sharing your story. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.